Apart from going on TV to make noise, what have you contributed to the legal profession? Wike's aide blasphemy Falana. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. Larry Olayinka, the Senior Special Assistant on Public Communication and Social Media to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has claimed that the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, lied to Nigerians on national television. He stated this while reacting to Falana's submissions on the Supreme Court ruling on the Rivers crisis. The Senior Advocate of Nigeria, during an appearance on Channels Television, said the Supreme Court judgment on Rivers State had nothing to do with who is authentic Speaker of the House. However, speaking via a statement signed by him, Olayinka, he said it was ridiculous for Falana to believe that only those who have handled cases in the trial courts or appellate courts are lawyers or qualified for appointments as life benchers. He charged Falana to list the number of major cases he won and what he has done for the development of the legal profession that qualified him to become an SCN apart from being an R&G and errand lawyer. Olayinka said the Federal Capital Territory Minister got his membership of the body of benchers on merit, having contributed immensely to the advancement of legal education. In his words, apart from going on television to make noise, what has Falana contributed to the legal profession? Even the SCN that he got was not an afterthought. Was it not years after his mates had gotten SCN? As governor of Rivers State, Wike was instrumental to the establishment and infrastructural development of the campus of the Nigerian Law School in Port Harcourt, which is the best center for legal education in Nigeria today. He also played major roles in the development of facilities at the Yenugua campus of the Nigerian Law School by constructing a state-of-the-art 1,500 capacity hall and 200-bed male and female hostels, among other interventions. Now that he is the Federal Capital Territory Minister, he is constructing a 10-unit housing quarters for the Nigerian Law School, Buhari, Abuja. He has also provided operational vehicles to the school to improve its operation. The question is, what has Falana done for the legal profession? Even in Ekiti State, where he is from, he has not contributed anything. The Bar Center in Ado-Ekiti was built by Are Afe Babalola SN, while the one in Ikere, Ekiti was built by Chief Wole Olanipekun SN. Also, Areafe Babalola has been sponsoring the Nigerian Bar Association annual lecture for years and has been assisting lawyers in Ekiti with medical treatments in his Ado-Ekiti Teaching Hospital. What has Falana done? Nothing. Did Falana not fail as a politician when he went to Ekiti to contest for governor and failed woefully? Olayinka also added that it was on the basis of the Supreme Court judgment that Justice Emmanuel Obile of the Federal High Court, Port Harcourt, dismissed the suit filed by the Labour Party against the alleged detection, saying that the Supreme Court's ruling had finalized the issue of defection. But Falana went on television to lie and deceive his clients that the Supreme Court didn't rule on defection. The same Falana said 3 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly can carry out legislative functions despite the provisions of sections 96 sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution, that the quorum of a House of Assembly shall be one-third of all the members of the House. Recall that the human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, CN Femi Falana, had debunked claims by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, accusing him of misrepresenting a recent Supreme Court ruling on the defection of 27 lawmakers in Rivers State. In a statement titled, "I Did Not Lie," against the Supreme Court of Nigeria, made available on newspapers, Falana refuted allegations that he lied about the Apex Court's judgment, maintaining that his comments were based on verifiable facts and legal developments. During a recent press conference in Abuja, Wike had accused Falana of spreading misinformation on national television regarding the Supreme Court's ruling, describing it as a very serious and capable of inciting unrest. If someone of if someone of Femi Falana's caliber can go on national television and lie, it's very serious. Lies can cause a lot of crisis, Wike was quoted as saying. Responding, Femi Falana said he had merely stated that the issue of the defection of 27 legislators were raised so motu on the court's own motion by the Supreme Court and was already a subject of litigation before the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt. All I said was that the matter of the defection of 27 legislators was raised so motu and determined by the eminent justices of the Apex Court, Falana clarified. He further stated that there are videos, recordings, and a sworn affidavit confirming that the 27 legislators had defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC), contrary to Wike's claim. Falana also questioned Wike's qualification to criticize him, saying that Mr. Wike is the only life bencher in Nigeria who has never handled a case in a trial or appellate court. He dismissed Wike's earlier labeling against him as a television lawyer, stating that losing a case is not a crime and not only corrupt lawyers win all cases. On the broader issue of freedom of expression, Falana reaffirmed his constitutional right to comment on judicial decisions, citing sections 39 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and Articles 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. It is no crime to criticize judgments of court, he stressed. My fundamental rights to freedom of expression is protected by law. In reactions to the crisis, the civic organization has backed Falana and asked Tinubu to sack River State Administrator Ibok Ete Ibas. A coalition of the civil society groups known as the Civic Room for Rule of Law has thrown its weight behind the human rights lawyer Femi Falana, saying in his call for the removal of River State Sole Administrator Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas retired. The coalition noted that Ibas had breached presidential orders and disregarded the rule of law. According to the official gazette dated March 18, 2025, the sole administrator was supposed to operate on the basis of the regulations issued by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. However, the coalition alleged that Ibas has made appointments and removed official appointments by Governor Simila Ifubara without any regulatory framework from the president. In a statement signed by Barrister Maxwell Abel, president of the Civic Room for Rule of Law, and the coalition expressed deep concerns about the implications of Ibas' action on the stability and security of River State. They urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take swift and decisive actions to address the situations and uphold the law. Ebo added that this blatant disregard for the president's orders is a clear indication of the sole's administrator's contempt for the rule of law and the limits of his authority. By acting in this manner, he has compounded the illegality of his appointment and undermined the very fabric of our democratic. The people of River State deserves better than to be governed by an unelected official who disregards the law with impunity. We are deeply concerned about the implications of these actions on the stability and security of River State. The sole administrator's arbitrary decisions have created an atmosphere of uncertainty and tension, which can only be resolved by his immediate removal. We urge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take swift and decisive actions to address the issues and situations and uphold the law. The civic organization commended the ad hoc committee of the House of Representatives on River State for summoning IBAS for a comprehensive interactive sessions. They urged the committee to thoroughly investigate IBAS action and take necessary steps to ensure that justice is served. The groups reiterated their commitment to promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance in the country. They vowed to continue monitoring the situation in River State and advocating for the rule of law to be upheld.